You're browsing the web on your smartphone while waiting for your coffee. You open a beautifully designed website, but when you try to read the content, you have to zoom in and scroll sideways just to view everything. Frustrating, because you know you opened the same web page on your tablet and it looked perfect. If the web page looks perfect on one device but messy on another, then it hasn't been designed responsively. So what does this mean? Responsive design is an approach to web design that ensures the website automatically adapts to different devices to present the best viewing experience to the user. It ensures that web pages look good and function well on a variety of devices, from smartphones to tablets to desktops. In this video, you'll explore the essentials of responsive design, focusing on how media queries can help you adjust layouts based on screen size, ensuring that your web page looks good on mobile phones, tablets, and desktops. The very basis of responsive design in CSS are media queries, which allow you to apply styles based on device characteristics like screen width or resolution using the @media query rule. They allow you to conditionally apply styles based on device characteristics like screen size, orientation, or resolution using the @media rule. You can adjust layouts, font sizes, and other styles to ensure your site looks polished on every device. A key element of responsive web design is breakpoints. They are important because they mark specific points where a website's layout and content should adapt to a different screen size or a different device. If you define breakpoints using @media, you can change the web page design at specific screen widths. For example, this CSS uses a media query to change the text color of p tag elements from black to blue when the screen width reaches 600 pixels. That example only modifies the color, but media queries can change any CSS property based on the screen size. In order to have media queries work correctly on mobile devices, you need to include a viewport meta tag in your HTML. This tag tells the browser how to display the web page by controlling its size and scaling. Without it, even with responsive styles, the page might not display correctly on mobile screens. For instance, the text may appear too small or the layout might not fit correctly on the screen. In this code, the meta tag provides information about the web page, and the name equals viewport defines the viewport settings. Content equals sets the viewport width to match the device's width, and the initial zoom level to 1.0. This ensures that the content fits the screen and is readable without zooming. You've created a welcoming web page for Sweet Treats Bakery, which specializes in cakes, cookies, and pastries. Let's examine how the page currently appears on different devices and how you can adapt the code to overcome any issues so that the page appears the same on any device. The welcome.html includes a Welcome to Sweet Treats Bakery heading. It also defines 4 main sections displayed in 4 columns across all devices. Each column contains a heading and descriptive text underneath. The 4 columns are Our Products, Special Offers, Visit Us, and Customer Reviews. Each of them contains a description. Currently, all the sections are displayed in 4 side-by-side columns on every screen, including mobile devices. While these appear clearly on standard screens, on smaller screens, this 4-column layout may feel cramped, squishing the content horizontally and making it difficult to read and navigate. However, there is a solution. Media queries can be used to adjust the layout based on the screen size. This will enhance the user experience across devices. Here are some guidelines for applying the media query. For large screens, such as desktops, all 4 columns can be shown side by side. You can maximize the widescreen by applying a media query targeting screens 1024 pixels wide and above. But what about smaller and more portable devices we all use every day? For medium-sized screens such as tablets, you could display 2 columns side by side to more effectively utilize screen space. Do this by using a media query for screens with a minimum width of 601 pixels and a maximum width of 1023 pixels. For small screens such as mobile devices, you can stack all columns vertically for easier reading and navigation. To do this by applying a media query targeting screens 600 pixels wide or by making this the default setting. By adjusting the layout for different screen sizes, you ensure the website is user-friendly and visually appealing on all devices. Let's fix this issue for Sweet Treats by modifying the CSS for responsive design. Let's start by stacking the columns vertically for small screens by considering a base style. By using default HTML styling settings, each section, header, content, and footer will naturally stack vertically, creating a clean, linear flow for content on narrow screens. In this base style, the .content class utilizes flex direction column to stack elements within the content area, ensuring a vertical layout with space between sections, gap 20 pixels. This approach maintains readability and consistency on smaller devices. Next, adjust the layout to display two columns side by side for tablets with screens that are at least 600 pixels wide and a maximum of 1023 pixels. This code adjusts the layout so each content section takes up half the width, with space between columns. For larger screens starting from 1024 pixels and above, you want 4 columns side by side. This can be achieved by giving each column a width of 25%, minus spacing 20 pixels. Here's the complete solution with media queries applied. To switch between different views, mobile, tablet, or desktop, and test media queries in your web browser, first open Developer Tools by right-clicking on the page and selecting Inspect. Click on the phone tablet icon at the top left of the Developer Tools panel to toggle the device toolbar. The base styles define the common design elements that apply to all screen sizes. At the same time, they optimize the initial layout for smaller screens, 600 pixels or smaller, where columns stack vertically. Once the screen width reaches 601 pixels on a device such as a tablet, the columns are arranged in 2 columns side by side. However, on desktop screens, which are 1024 pixels and wider, 4 columns are displayed side by side. Well done! Because of these adjustments, customers can comfortably view the Sweet Treats bakery information on any device. This can only be good for business. In this video, you learned about responsive design and the importance of making your web pages look good on various devices. You explored how to use media queries to apply different styles based on screen size and how to implement the viewport meta tag for responsive behavior. By applying these techniques, you'll create a more user-friendly experience, making your website adaptable to all devices and ensuring that your content shines wherever it's viewed.